Hello, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. My name is Melina, and today we are going to be doing my quarterly recap. If you didn't watch the first installation of this series I'm trying to create, it's kind of where I don't talk about books for a video and we just talk about what's going on in my personal life. TV show faves, video games, beauty, travel, etc., etc., etc. I kind of like that idea of like you guys getting to know me a little bit better, and these videos are the perfect way to do so because I love to center my content on books, but it's kind of fun to chat about something different every once in a while. So I feel like this is like an appropriate way to break down what I want to share with you guys and what's been going on in my life. And so it's been 3 months since my last recap, and quite a few things have happened. I don't have AC in here, so it's very hot. So I hope you guys are nice and comfortable. It is so hot right now in New Jersey. We're going through an extreme heat wave and it is brutal. It is 101 degrees, but it feels like 110 and it's rough. And of course, I can't have the AC in here while we're recording because the audio is going to get all messed up. But let's just jump into it. So, we're doing a retelling of what's been going on the last few months. As you last heard from me, and probably if you watched any of my reading vlogs, I did like sneak in some tidbits about my life. I moved. I moved to a new location. It is a 3-bedroom, 1.5 bath, and it is a huge upgrade for me and my boyfriend. We each created a fun room. So where we're at, where I usually record, it is my fun space. It is a library. I also have my computer over there. I have this little reading nook, and we're still like getting a few details and kinks in. And of course, it's been so fun buying new furniture and decorating. It's been so fun to create this space specifically because I feel like I have never had a space truly to myself without having to compromise or without having to ask someone their opinion. And so this space has been created solely based on what I have wanted from this space, and I really like it a lot. Recently, I added some new curtains to the windows and I added a third bookshelf. So as you can see, I haven't really moved this that much, but I'm in the process of finally organizing my shelves because I was waiting for that third bookshelf. But with all the expenses that come with moving, we did pay for movers and it went so smoothly. I was really anxious because you hear all these horror stories about movers and moving. And the first time we moved, we did it ourselves and it was very exhausting. This time around, we had way more stuff because, like, my boyfriend lived with a roommate prior, and I lived with my family. Moving from our last apartment together to this apartment, we just had so much furniture. We had all the dining room stuff, all the living room stuff, our bedroom stuff. We did buy new bedroom furniture, but it was just a lot more, and it was very overwhelming just the thought of having to get help from friends and family to move these things. So we actually were able to move with movers and it was much more affordable than we expected. And I'm so glad we did. They did partially damage one of these shelves, but it was an easy fix because, bookshelves are made out of like that ply, whatever that fiber board is in the back. And that's what they damaged. It wasn't the actual shelf. So everything was fine. And we actually have a yard, like a backyard to work with. So we bought a grill and we split the backyard furniture with the people living below us, and that was super cool. I'll insert some clips in as I'm speaking about everything that's been going on. I installed a fan for this space. We installed some other ceiling fans throughout the apartment just to keep the space a little cooler, naturally just moving the air around. It's been really fun, and it's been kind of bitter. I mean, I didn't feel as hard moving into this space. It definitely took a little bit of an adjustment trying to make this feel like my home. It kind of felt like temporary living, like when you're in an Airbnb where you feel like, oh, this is temporary, I'm going to go back to my other space. It kind of felt like that for a little while. I will say it's been 2.5 months. We moved in like mid-April, and I will say it does finally feel like home. There's still a lot of things we want to do, but it does feel like, oh, I can't wait to go home. And this is what I picture, like our space together here. Besides moving and the whole stress of that, I have had a lot of fun things happening. I went to weddings, bridal showers, baby showers. I went to birthday parties, lots of friend hangout. I went to a Teddy Swims concert and the band T. I went to a Broadway show. I went to In 5 Years with Nick Jonas, and you know what? He did better than I expected. My sister loved the movie and it had Anna Kendrick in it, if you watched the movie at all. But the Broadway show was, I forgot her name, but she is a Tony Award winning, like amazing vocalist and performer. And they put Nick Jonas in as the male lead. And I was expecting him to be a lot worse than he was. I mean, of course, he is not a Broadway actor, but I think because they don't do a lot of like duets together, if you know anything about the plot, it wasn't that bad because her voice is so powerful and his voice really isn't. It's very like, I think meant for what he's done, like Jonas Brothers stuff. It's just different. But because the show they do a lot of singing by themselves, it didn't really take away from the show too much. And he also took a very different take on the character that he's playing. So if you're in New York, I don't know how long or how much longer he's going to be in this. I feel like it's up till the fall. It's a fun, cheap show, and I really enjoyed it. I turned 31 like now 3 weeks ago. My birthday's June 4th. And usually I struggle with these like midlife crises, like, or on my birthday. I didn't have that this year, and it felt really nice because I felt like for the first time ever, I was really content with my age, my personal growth, where I was in terms of the achievements that I've made. I'm very proud of myself for even starting this YouTube channel last year. Like, my goal was to get back into it. I was like, you know what? I'm 30. I'm only going to get older and I should start. And here I am. It's almost a year later since starting like the booktube-esque things of my channel. I don't know if you look far back. Like, I have attempted YouTube many times, and this is the first time that I stuck with it. And I had always wanted to do book content, and I was kind of talked out of it. And I kind of wish I stuck with it in 2020 because it was what I was passionate about, and it is still what I'm passionate about, talking about books. And so here we are, almost a year later into my booktube channel, and it feels nice to hold myself accountable, enjoy it for what it is. Like, it's a really fun hobby, and I've met really cool people on here just chatting about books, having similar opinions. Even having opposing opinions has been fun, like finding a community and finding people that are like-minded and just passionate about talking about books. I did have a really big family emergency in the last few months, and that was horrific and beyond traumatizing. We're all moving on from it, and that's all we could do. It's not one of those things where it's going to get better and you're going to feel better, but time will pass and time heals all wounds, so they say. Then for the letter E, we're going to talk about enjoying things that are on television. I've had a very busy television quarter. There's been a lot of great shows that I watched in the last 3 months, and I just want to chat about it. First and foremost, I was watching the season of Next Level Chef. I love that show. Me and my boyfriend have watched every season together since it first came out. And we wait every winter for it to basically release. It's on Hulu, and it just follows, it's a cooking competition. It has like chefs that are like home chefs, professional chefs, and social media chefs, and they all compete together to get a mentorship and money, and it's super fun. The challenges are cool. I love seeing what they make. I don't know why I'm so into it, but I love it. It is my favorite cooking show right now. I watched a few animes that include Solo Leveling, Demon Slayer, My Hero Academia Vigilantes, and I don't know if it's not really an anime, but it's an animated show I'm rewatching After the Last Airbender, the original series. We're watching it with my boyfriend for the first time. And we watched Castlevania, I think it's called Nocturne. So good, all of them. I watched the Solo Leveling movie over the winter, and I had never seen like an anime movie in theaters, but it was so cool to get like the surround sound and everyone also being like so hyped up during certain scenes. And I don't know, it's very cool. Like, I've never been in a room full of so many nerds, for lack of a better word. Like, everyone was like, oh, it's so cool. I was really excited. And then, of course, the season came out, and it was really fun too. And then with Demon Slayer, I didn't realize that we didn't ever finish the most recent season, and the movies are now coming out, so we did watch those, and that was also amazing. I mean, it was kind of slow, but I had a lot of fun with that. Avatar, I can't even say enough words about it. I've watched that show so many times, and when I found out my boyfriend had not watched it, I was like, we have to watch this. So right now, that is our bedtime show, and it's been super fun. Castlevania, I don't know why people don't talk about it, but it's so good. I grew up when the video games were really popular, and so the idea that they created the show based on the video games is super cool to me. And then the fact that they do a spin-off because it follows a family of like vampire hunters or like hunters of mystical creatures. So it's super cool. I do think Nocturne is more than likely to get another season with maybe a different plot because he just got like super powerful. Like, it makes no sense for them to just drop it, but maybe not, who knows? Oh, and My Hero Vigilantes. If you watch My Hero Academia, which you may or may have not. It was one of my favorite animes, and it's about people who are superheroes fighting villains. This is a spin-off series that is a prequel, and it takes place a few years prior to the first season of the original show. And it follows these people that, for whatever reason, they never took the hero's course to get a hero's license to legally be a superhero. So for whatever reason, these people did not take that license, but they're still saving people and being heroes on the streets, which, aka their vigilantes, are illegal superheroes. And it's been super fun to watch. It's much more lighthearted. It's much more comedic. The whole thing I really have been enjoying, and I think it's just super fun. The last animated show I watched was Invincible, the most recent season, season 3. Isn't it? It's an Amazon Prime original series. It is also about superheroes, which is super funny, but the animation style is not Japanese. It is like an American animation-esque. It is very dark. It is very bloody. It is about, again, superheroes who have gone wrong, but like not. It's really good. It's really entertaining, and it's not for kids. This is like all of these are adult shows. Maybe Avatar: The Last Airbender is the only like YA-esque show. Super good though as well. Then I watched the new series of Daredevil, which was Disney bought it out, so now Disney instead of Netflix. It was really good. I think it was a little slow. It was definitely more plot heavy than like action filled, but I like that in a show. Hence, I'm a slow burn girl. Like, this is not a surprise to anyone, but I really enjoyed it. I kind of wish that there was more. I feel like it went so quickly, and then the series was over, or the season was over, and so I'm waiting for the next one. I did, of course, hop on the bandwagon, the hype train, all that, and I watched the new season of White Lotus. I will say it was one of the ones I enjoyed a lot. I don't know if it was my favorite. I'm trying to think. It might have been my favorite season. It's an HBO series, and it follows like wealthy people. It follows like very separate wealthy people that all stay at a White Lotus hotel. It's like a chain of hotels, and it always ends in tragedy. And so the new season came out. It took place in Bali in Thailand, and it was just super cool. It's kind of funny because one of the girls from Blackpink, Lisa, was a main character, and I was so shocked. I was like, that looks like Lisa. But of course, I was like, no, there's no way. I looked it up. It's her. So super cool. They have a really great cast this season, too. As always, the characters are always super unlikable. You hate everybody, but you can't stop watching. I liked it. I highly recommend the show. For reality TV, there are two. I watched The Secret Life of Mormon Wives on Hulu. It kind of gives me the reminiscent vibes of early 2000s reality TV, where I feel like they just air everything, if that makes any sense, where it feels very messy and chaotic instead of overly produced, even though the season definitely is way more produced than season 1, which, pros and cons. And then afterwards, of course, this is what I'm currently watching, Love Island US. I don't think the UK one is out right now. I usually do watch that as well. I've watched Australia, I've watched UK, and I've watched USA. USA has always been the worst Love Island, with the exception of last year. And this year is actually pretty interesting as well. It's good drama, it's good tea. I mean, I don't really like a lot of the twists that the producers are putting onto this season, but I'm addicted. I still want to know what happens. I still want to see it. I don't know. Are you a Love Island girly? Like, please let me know your thoughts, opinions, who your favorite, who isn't your favorite. My personal favorite, I think. There's no good couples right now. My favorite girl is Sierra. My favorite guy is Taylor. I don't know if that's what that says about me, but I really enjoy those people a lot, and I hope they find their happiness and all that stuff. I'm also watching, oh my God, this list is really long. I'm so sorry. I am watching I watched the Gabby Petito documentary and the Piper Rockhout documentary. I knew about the Gabby Petito, and it was really interesting to watch the documentary because I remember it happening in real life. And I do remember like being so shocked, but I didn't know all the details. And now that I watched the documentary, it was even more shocking, I think. So that was really interesting to watch and listen to and all that. And then I didn't even know who Piper Rockell is. I think I'm too old for her, like for that content to ever pass my radar. I do remember Pink tweeting out back in the day because of a girl like dressing really scandalously, and her mom posting these photos of like her daughter in like this bikini in like a very provocative way. And I didn't expect it to be Piper Rockell, but it was. And I do remember that, but I didn't know her by name or anything like that. So I did find this really interesting as well. And I think that's all I'm watching. Oh, and I'm also currently watching the new season of Rick and Morty, which I have conflicting feelings about. I do like it. Like plot-wise, it was a little less all over the place compared to last season, but it's still not my favorite. I don't know. We'll see. It's still too early. I think we're only like 4 episodes into the season, so it's too early to say anything. So now for C, it's things that I'm committing to. And there's 2 short and sweet things that I want to commit to. I have been committed to improving my posture. It has been a work in progress because when I first started this, I would stand straight and like put my back back. And I realized that my back would actually hurt while doing this, which was crazy because it showed you how much my back had gotten worse over time. And then over time now it's so much easier. Like it doesn't hurt. Like it was painful to stand up straight and push my shoulders back. But I've gotten better. It's still not natural. I still don't do it all the time, but I do notice the difference in terms of like how I look in pictures, how I stand up straight, how I'm just more relaxed, feeling like my posture's correct. And I do like that. And the second thing I'm doing is taking care of my skin. I've been really good with wearing sunscreen the last like 2 years. I use Korean sunscreen. I like Revectin and I like the Beauty of Joseon SPF 50 with the PAA plus, like the PA plus plus or something like that. They are really good for my skin. They don't clog my pores. It doesn't give me pimples. And it is the best sunscreen. I highly recommend it. I've just been better in terms of also cleaning my face more often. Like I do clean my face. I don't wear makeup that often. And in the summer, I'm really on top of doing all the steps and everything. But I definitely took a step back and I was getting more lazy where I was just doing like a micellar water. And then I would put lotion on. Like now I'm doing all the steps. I'm cleansing, I'm toning every once in a while, I'm exfoliating. I think that was my big issue. I don't exfoliate as often and I have a lot of dry skin. So the dry skin would build up and then it would get rough and it sucks and all that. And I think I'm pretty young looking skin still. And I want to keep up with that. And so it is something that I've been really working on. And hopefully, it works out the way I wanted to, where I stay youthful for a long time, I guess. I don't even know where I was going with that one, but For A, I want to talk about some activities, things that I have been my hobbies and all that stuff. Of course, reading is a hobby and that's what this whole channel is about. But with YouTube, it's been pretty fun because I have been, I think, improving finally. I feel like I started and I was just like churning out content to try to figure out my style, how I want things to go, just even like the flow of how to speak a little bit better on camera and just doing my thumbnails, like the style that I found and whatever. Now I've changed my style of thumbnails. I changed the fonts I liked. I think I'm editing a little differently. I bought a new lens for my camera, which is crazy because I was going back and forth and I thought there was something wrong with my camera. I was using like the kit lens it comes with. But after doing some research and finding out that I needed a different lens, I feel like it's improved. Like you let me know in the last 2 or 3 videos, have you noticed a difference? I think everything is just finally like, it's kind of nice to do something like a hobby of yours for so long and finally feel like you're improving, like getting better at it, because no one starts out good at their hobbies. Like when you start off, it's always difficult and challenging and not so great. And so it's been fun to finally feel like I'm seeing an improvement in everything, like figure out my style, figure out what kind of vibe I want to give off and what I like. And that has been super cool. And then, of course, reading's been reading, all that stuff. Lots of books, lots of time. I actually been reading more so this summer, and it feels, or not more so this summer, but more in the last month or so that I have mostly throughout the year. And that feels really nice. I feel like I'm getting into like a groove of like choosing the perfect books that hit my mood, and I just want to breeze through them. And I love that feeling. Finally, for the P in my recap, we're going to do playing. I like to do this. I did this last quarter, but like I play something that I've been so passionate about. It has taken a lot of my time and I love it. Playing Final Fantasy XIV Online. I am so in love with it. I got it because my boyfriend had a free trial on his PlayStation and I was playing on the PlayStation and building the character was so fun. The world was so beautiful. It was free until you hit level 70 and that was super enticing because if you play like MMORPGs, I don't really like that you have to pay because I'm not that hardcore of a gamer. I like to play games, but the idea of committing to paying for a subscription for a game, maybe I'll play like a week out of a month or a week and a half out of a month if you really put all the days together. I don't like that. They let me get to level 70 for free. And then if I want to keep going, then I could pay for a single month. I'm getting there. I'm like level 20 something. I'm enjoying my life. I'm enjoying my character. I'm enjoying the world. It has been so fun. I log online. I go on Discord with my boyfriend, my sister, whoever was online. And we just chat about whatever. And we screen share what we're playing. It's like hanging out, but not in the same room. I don't know. people who game get it. And it's been so fun. I haven't been this excited for a game in a really long time. I love Fields of Mystria, but I haven't played in quite a while actually. And this feels like a fun community game. Like I can't play Fields with anyone else. It's a single player game, but this feels fun because I can play with my sister or my boyfriend or whoever wants to play with us. And that's been so fun. Yeah, I highly recommend it, especially because it's free for you to try and play and everything. It's available on Mac, it's available on PC, it's available on the Steam Deck, it's available on consoles, so you do have to pay for the game. But if you have a PC or a Mac or Steam, the base game is free. And if you're playing or if you've played before, like let me know. Let's be friends. Let's play together. But yeah, that's the end of my recap. It was not as long as I thought. I did go into the TV shows for quite a bit. That's literally what's been going on with my life. It's been a lot, but it's been fun. And hopefully the next time you see me, I'll have such wear because I am sweltering in this heat right now. And I don't know what to do with myself, which is super funny. But yeah, I'll see you in the fall. That's the next time I do. I'll see you next week. But the next recap will be in the fall. Bye, guys.